So now we're gonna be creating our model so we can create our Mongoose schemas. Okay, so here there's this article from Mongodb. It says what is Mongoose, what is a schema. So a schema defines the structure of your collection document. So for example, if we go to the Mongodb, to the cluster, here we have the collections. So we have nothing so far. But here's where we are gonna define, for example, a Mongoose schema maps directly into the Mongodb collection. So with the schemas, we define each field in this data type. So the types permit are string, number, date, buffer, boolean, mix, object ID, array, decimal, map. So the model take your schema and apply it to each document in its collection. Okay, so we have all this information here. I'm gonna leave you this link, and we are gonna go to Visual Studio Code. So we're gonna go into the backend, and we're gonna have our models folder. Okay, so here we are gonna have our file. So make sure you are now in the models folder, and we're gonna have our course, or just let me see, course model. So we're gonna course model.js. So we're gonna have our file course model.js. Okay, so we are gonna bring in Mongoose. So let me see, it's gonna be Mongoose, and then we are gonna require Mongoose, and we don't need the semicolon at the end. We're not doing Java, we're using JavaScript. Okay, so but in my case, the Visual Studio Code autopilot does it automatically. So we need to create this variable. So okay, so it does it automatically for me, and you might think, so how is doing it? So I already give a hint that the file name is course model. Okay, so this variable is gonna be named pretty much course. Okay, so course schema. So we have the course model, so we're gonna have here the course schema that we're gonna be setting it to the let me see, let me put let's close it. Oops, let's close it for now. So let me like that. So okay, so we have the course schema. We are setting it to no, we are not setting it to new schema. So yeah, sometimes it's more confusing doing it with the autopilot, but pretty much we are gonna Mongoose that schema. That's fine. So and here we need to pass in an object. So let me put it like that, and then put in a curly braces like that. Okay, so with our fields, and as you can see, we have some fields here. So yeah, so we are gonna have in the text, no, where is it? These are the types. Okay, so but the fields that we want is, for example, if we go into body, into here postman, so text would be a field. For example, if I put email, it would be another field. Okay, so we're just gonna leave it like that for text, and we are gonna have in here the field text. Okay, and we just need to define the type, and the type is gonna be a string. So if you say, for example, here the field would be, for example, telephone number. Okay, so yeah, it wouldn't be a string, it would be number, so it would be an integer. So let me put a text like that. So we have that string, but let's set it to an object. So we are setting an object within an object. So and here we will have in the type. So the type would be a string. Okay, the type would be a string, and now let me see. So we need in the require. We need in the require. Required, and it has to be true, please. Okay, so it does it automatically for me. That's fine so far, because please add a text value. So let me see. So we have the text, yeah, a text value. So it does it pretty much automatically because it knows that the field that I want to use is the text, because I'm putting it right here, text, and here is going to be the value, so it is automatically, that's fine. Okay, so we have the type, and yeah, please add a tag. So we have comma here, that's fine. So we can close this one as the text. Okay, so let me see, this is, yeah, this ends here, and here we are gonna have let me see, so we have the text, it's already fine, and it'll be right here. So this, okay, this end of curly braces ends right here, and let me see, yeah, after that one, so I'm gonna put it like that after the here. So we have this course schema, we're setting it to Mongoose schema, open parentheses, so we are done with the subject. So outside of that, but still, okay, so but still inside of this parentheses, so we are gonna have another set of, let me put it like that, so we can put it like another object. And here, okay, so we have in the type the timestamps, and we are setting it to true. Okay, so, and let me move it maybe like that. So we have the text, and let me put it like that. So we have the text, and we have the timestamps. Okay, so we are setting it to true, and this is gonna create an updated ad, create ad. And so we have this curly brace, so this ends here the schema. So just, oops, no, so we just need to save it. And okay, so it does it for me, module that exports, and we set in Mongoose that model. Our model, let me see, so we want to export Mongoose that model, and the model, it does it for me. So course, so this is the course model, it does it here, course. And make sure, I'm using just the autopilot at this point, but make sure that this course, so make sure that the C is a capital C. Okay, so your model starts with a capital letter. Okay, so we have the course, and inside single quotes, and it's gonna take in our course schema that we have created up here. Okay, so we can, now we need to go to our course controller. Okay, and we need to bring in our model. So okay, so we have the asynchronous. Okay, so we are gonna have counts, and we have, okay, so it does it automatically, so it's bringing the model course required to that, because we are going outside of the controller folder, and we're going inside of the models folder, and inside of the model folder we're gonna pick in the course model file. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty cool, this autopilot. Okay, so we require it, and now we can start with our get. So let me maybe put it, move it a little bit here. So we need to go below here, and let me put here. So we need to create a variable. So we're gonna have a variable, and we're gonna name it courses. Okay, okay, pretty much we're gonna await. So this is, we are awaiting because this is asynchronous, and we're gonna take our model, and we're gonna have a method that says find. Okay, so let me see. So we are gonna have just find, now the message, and let me see. So we have the res that is status, and in the JSON we just need to return this. So we need to just return the courses so we can save it. Control tilde, and let me see. So let me double check that everything is fine. The course metal, so module export. So let me double check. So if we're gonna go into the get method, and let me see, let me send it, and we have, okay, nothing obviously because we haven't created anything, but it's working. We have an empty set of brackets, and let me see if nothing yet. We go into our collection. Okay, so yeah, even though that we haven't created anything, because in order to create we need to do the post method, not the get method. So make sure in order to create you do the post method, and then you do the key and the value. So in my field it'll be text, and my value will be course for engineer or whatever. So you have the hint here. But if we do it right now, if we try to create something, it's not gonna work because we haven't worked it out in the post method. So, but if you go into your MongoDB, if you have connected it like the way you should, like I showed you in the previous video, MongoDB automatically it creates this text with the course database. Okay, so and if we go into the compass, let me see, I already did it also in the previous video. So we have that. Let me see, connect, let me see if it's connected. So yeah, so now we have this test, as you can see here, and inside we have courses. Okay, so we have the database test, and then we have courses as we have courses, but again we have nothing yet, we haven't created it, but it does it automatically. So you can name it whatever you want. So by default MongoDB name it test, and this schema is courses. Okay, so that is this is coming from here. Let me show you. Courses, so coming from this variable. Okay, so we have that. Let me see, now we're gonna be, so we have the get, now we need to go into the post course. Okay, so we have everything fine. We're gonna go, we have the if not request that body. So if not request that body that text, so we're just using if not request that body. So we're gonna go below here, and we're gonna create a variable. So const course, okay, await, let me see, let me just type it in. So course, okay, and yeah, let me just await, let me put it like that. Okay, so let me see, course, that's fine. So this is the schema course uppercase, and now here we're gonna pass in an object. So let me see, oops, we're gonna pass in an object that is gonna have text. Okay, so we're gonna pass in the text value, and this one we're gonna get it from the request that body, from the request that body that text. Okay, let me see, so we're gonna have that. Okay, so we have, let me double check, course create, that's fine, and we are getting this text from the request. Let me see, request that body. So request, so let me see, well, this time is going to be a post method. So request that body, so request that body that text, so the field is text. So let me see, in order to, what we are gonna get in return, we're gonna send back in the just the course. So let me see, just the course. So as you can see, control tilde, and let me see if it works. So we have, okay, so make sure that you're also in the right API. So API/courses, and here we have the body. Also, is the text is check course for engineering. Okay, so let me send it, course for engineering. So, and as you can see, we have text courses for engineering ID. This is the timestamp, so created at, updated at. Okay, so we have that here. And if we go into the MongoDB, we go into the cluster, I'm gonna go into browse collection, or you could just refresh it again. So let me see how it, oops, let me see, oops, yeah, let me go into the browse collection, and oops, fetching system status. So let me see here, we have the courses, fetch stopping. Okay, so yeah, never mind that one. I don't know, maybe the internet went, but okay, so in the campus is working fine. So we have the ID, so object ID. Okay, so we have this number, then the text courses for engineering. This is the, this created app, updated app comes from the, what is was, if you go into the model, so it comes from this one, from the timestamps that we are setting it to true. Okay, so if we go into MongoDB issued, if we go into the CRUD, into the browse collection, it should be working now. Okay, so I don't know what happened before, maybe it was the internet or something. Yeah, as you can see, we have courses. Okay, so now we have courses, so we have the ID, and let me see what else. Yeah, so we have this ID, the timestamps. Okay, that's fine. So if we go back into, let me maybe open another one and just grab this link, put it here, and this time it's just gonna be in the get method. So we send it, and now we get the core, the ID, the text courses for engineering. So we only have one value here, one item. Why? Because this is all we have created. Okay, so we can create, I don't know, courses for engineering, for physics, let me put it like that, so something more. So physics, like that. So send it. And okay, so if we go into the get now, we should get two values. Okay, so courses for engineering and courses for physics. And if we go to Visual Studio MongoDB, so I'm using Atlas here, and this might take to refresh him, so but we should get two now. So yeah, we have two IDs, so courses for engineering, courses for physics. As you can see, that's fine. And that's, well, let's just finish it. So let's go into the update, and go for the lead as well. Okay, so we need to go right here, and we can just pretty much put it right here, and we need to get the course that we want to update. So we have the course that we want to update, and we're gonna, let me save it so far to see what we have here. So we have this variable course, we are awaiting our course schema, model. So I'm gonna let you this link right here from the model and the schema. So the model takes your schema and apply it to each document in its collection. Okay, so I'm gonna let you this link. So, and we are gonna use this method find by ID. And in order to get the ID, we need to do the request that params that ID. Okay, and also let's check if we have it, so it automatically does it for me. So if not, okay, so let me see. So if we don't have the course, okay, so I'm gonna go with this. If we don't have the course, then we're gonna, okay, so we are gonna send a status. So it's gonna be the RAS status 400 because this is a bad request, as you can in the previous videos, because we don't have it. So res that status 400. And since we have the middleware, we have created a middleware, so we're gonna throw new error, and pretty much course not found, so it does it automatically for me. So we have that, and here we have okay, so if we don't find it, so we're gonna throw an error, okay, and then here we have let me see, so we throw in the new error, course not found, and let me here. So now if we have it, we want to update it, so that is where let me see, we can use that one. So let me save it up to here, and let me see, so we have the updated course. We're gonna update it, so we're gonna wait for the course model find by ID and update, and here we're gonna have a request that params that ID, and what else as a second argument. Okay, request that, let me see, request that body, that would be the second argument, and the third argument, let me see, and as a third argument with options, an options object, we will have new, and we would set it to true. Okay, so let's save it. Let me put it like that. Okay, so let me see, so so we have the request that body, that's fine, and that's fine so far. That's fine so far. And here, so we want to the updated course. Okay, so we have that, and okay, so we're gonna have input. This is for update. Okay, and I'm gonna pick in, let me see, for physics, so I'm gonna pick in this, or the first one, so I'm gonna pick this one for engineering, and I'm gonna put it right here. So let's save it, I mean not save it, so courses slash, and then this number, this is the ID, and this ID comes from the first one, from the courses for where it was, courses for engineering. So if we go into the courses for engineering, so I'm grabbing pretty much this ID and I'm putting it right here. So let's see if it works. So I'm gonna go into the put to the body row, and here, okay, so and here we need we're gonna have text, and then let me see, let me put a courses, okay, update, okay, so updated course for math, okay, so something like that. So let's send it, and updated course for math, so it work here. Let me see, let me just okay, so here we have courses for engineering, so it doesn't, I haven't refreshed it, so I'm gonna refresh it now, and it should have courses for physics, and the first one should be updated course for math. Okay, so this might take, I don't know, so this one is kind of fast. Let me see, and updated course for math. As you can see, we are almost done with the CRUD functionality. So this is full CRUD functionality. We have get, create, update, and now we have it. We're gonna go for the delete. So let me see if we go right here. Let me see, let me refresh this one. So oops, yeah, let me put it like that. Okay, so now we need to go into we're gonna delete that one, the first one. We're gonna delete the updated course format, so let's delete it. But first we need to work it out in the Visual Studio Code. Okay, here, let me see. So now let me see. So we have, okay, we are gonna go right here. So let me see, we can just grab this whole thing from the course all the way up to the throw an error, so something like that, all the way here. Let me just paste it here. So we're getting the course, and here what we need to do is, let me see, we need to await. So yeah, that's fine, we need to await course. I don't think remove is gonna work, maybe it. Let me see if it works with the remove. Okay, so okay, so this remove method has the parentheses on it, but here, oops, let me delete this one. So let me see, JSON, and what we are gonna return. So let me save it for now. So what it was here, okay, so save it. So what we are gonna return is gonna be the ID calling the request dot params dot ID. Okay, and this is pretty much for the front end later on. So let me see if this one works with the remove. Okay, so if we go right here, so we have pretty much, this is the same as the put method, so I just changed the method to delete, and so this ID now is for this one, for the updated, so for the first one. So let me see if it works. We are gonna go into post method and let's just delete it. So let me see if it works. Message, course remove is not a function. Okay, so that's fine. Yeah. So what we can do here, we need to go into the course control, and we have to await. We have the model course, and what we are gonna do is we're gonna find, and okay, so this one, find by ID and delete. Okay, and we're gonna pass in the request.params.id. Okay, so that's the way I do it. So control tilde, and they should work. So let me see, let me go again. So the delete method, and okay, this is the ID. This ID 60AB74 is for this one, 60AB74 for the updated course math. So we're gonna delete it. Okay, let me see if it works. Send it, and let me see, message cannot find, delete is not a function. Okay, so delete is not a function. Find, let me see, find by ID and delete, and let me double check this one. So okay, so we have the course, that's fine. Throw an error, so await. Oops, yeah, I was saying it, but the model, the first letter has to be uppercase letter. So it has, this is the model, so the model course dot find by ID and delete. So make sure that that your model starts with a capital letter. So control tilde, and let's see if it works this time. So let's send it, and it does. Okay, so it returns the ID, so 68 B7, okay, all the stuff. So if we go right here, we have two items. So if I refresh it, I should only get one, okay. So the updated math is gone, so and I should only get one, okay. And let's see if it works. Let's see. And it does. So courses for physics, and let's pretty much delete this one as well. So let me see, we're gonna go into the get method, and now we're gonna pick the physics one. So this is the ID for the physics, and let's pretty much put it right here, and let's just send it. And if we refresh it, it should delete it as well, okay. Let me see. And yeah, we're waiting. Okay, yeah. And as you can see, we don't have any items right now, okay, that's fine. And pretty much, yeah. And let me go get post, yeah, courses for physics and math, okay. So let's just add it, this one for fun. So let's just add it, and now we should only have one. But as you can see, we have completed CRUD functionality: create, update, delete, okay. So all this stuff, and courses for physics and math, okay, that's fine.